So moving on, you mentioned another particular point, and I was just hinting this to my mother a few minutes before the recording, and she also felt this was like mind blowing. And I think you've mentioned this, that this is something that no one has, according to your knowledge and according to my knowledge as well, no one has ever talked about.
Hmm.
Jesus does not speak about his faith in God, and
He
that
doesn't.
that is very interesting. Can you expound a bit on that? I think the audience also would be very thrilled to hear that.
Yeah. And by the way, if anyone watching this podcast knows of an exception, I want to hear it. I want to know where someone else has talked about this before. There is no place anywhere in the Bible that mentions Jesus' faith. He never talks about his faith. The gospel writers never mention he had faith. The epistles never mention Jesus' faith, and that's striking for a couple of reasons. You can't always draw good conclusions from the absence of
Hmm.
evidence. Arguments from silence are difficult to establish. But in this case, I think we would expect him to mention his faith. His other virtues get mentioned all over this place, all over the place. His love, his compassion, his prayerfulness, his obedience, and I could go on. Paul mentioned his faith at least 20 times
Hmm.
in the epistles. So it's not wrong to talk about your faith. It's not wrong to talk about your virtues. Jesus' virtues got mentioned, but that one didn't. Why?
Hmm.
Uh, didn't he have faith? He was the teacher. That was his number one most frequent topic to teach on. He taught about faith more often than he mentioned love.
Hmm.
It's just striking. It should be there, shouldn't it? And why isn't it? The best the best I've been able to come up with, and not everyone's going to agree on this. There are people who will say that, he did have faith and he displayed it. Well, I certainly would say he was not lacking in trust. There's no
Hmm.
sign
Hmm.
that there's no way we can go to saying that Jesus was short on trust in the Father. But I wonder if maybe it's because what faith is a knowledge-based trust relationship.
Right.
You know that which you are trusting well enough to put real trust in it for good reasons. But there's always at least some question in it. You might say, if you're doing a big project for work, you might say, I have faith in myself that I can accomplish this. Why? Because you know yourself and you
Hmm.
know the project, and you're pretty sure you can do it. Not, I have faith in myself, I can continue this. But there is an element of the unknown. You could get sick. You could run into a snag. You could run into a hard person to get along with, whatever. But so you've got some knowledge, you got some question. And that's when you use the word faith. You do not use the word faith when you say something like, I have faith that I can scratch my eyebrows. It's just the wrong word to use for it,
Right.
because for those who have normal medical, who are normal medical condition, there's just no question there. It would just be stupid to use the word.
Hmm.
I think that's probably the case with Jesus, is that his relationship with the Father was a knowledge-based relationship to the
Hmm.
extent that faith, okay, he could have used it, but it would have just been the wrong word. Just as,
Hmm.
I have faith that I can scratch my
Right.
eyebrows. It's just the wrong word to use. I think that's why we don't see that. And what that indicates,
Hmm.
not by way of proof, but what that shows all through the Gospels, is that he had a relationship with the Father that was that
Hmm.
close. It's an
Exactly.
indicator of his deity.
Right. And I guess we can use that as part of the cumulative case uh, in point towards deity. We may not need to take it set apart as a standalone argument, but we can
Right.
easily bring it along as a cumulative case.